Hello there friends, welcome back to the channel. Welcome if this is your first time here. I am Ree and this is Weaving Fate Tarot and Divination. So today is day 7 of the 30-day reading challenge that I'm doing here on Etsy, on YouTube. But Etsy, I mentioned Etsy because that's where I do my readings. I have a shop on Etsy. The link is in the description below. Also, I think it's on the landing page of my channel. It is www.weavingfate.etsy.com. And that's the only place I do my readings. But anyway, this is YouTube, not Etsy. And so we're doing 30 days of readings, and today is day 7. I wasn't sure what to do the reading about today, so I'm kind of opening it up to Spirit, what Spirit feels they'd like to address today. And as soon as I said that, I know I did yesterday's reading as an ancestor message about the big shift that I feel that we're going through collectively, on a macro and a micro level. Excuse me. And so I feel like with that shift, because it really is not just on in the physical world, but it's especially prevalent in our spiritual world. And so I think that Spirit, what I'm hearing is spiritual shift, and so I think we're going to address that today. So where are we going with this, Spirit? Okay, let's just go ahead. They want us to pull cards. Let's pull some cards and we will see what comes up. Let's piece it together. So let's start with this one. That's what I'm getting. All right. So Spirit, what message do you have for us today regarding this paradigm shift I'm hearing? Regarding this spiritual shift, this paradigm shift. What do we need to know about this? And they want me to pull, again, 3 cards. I keep hearing these should be pick-a-card readings, and I would be doing them as pick-a-card readings, except I'm having such a difficult time with my my tech. I'm having a hard time getting things up to YouTube if they're too long, and so I'm not able to do the pick-a-card readings. So let's just do 3 cards, and we'll kind of separate them into piles and just do it all at once. So pile 1, we have Sword of Light, Divine Protection, Breakthrough Energy, Cords Cut, and this is cutting karmic cords. Cutting, I'm hearing cutting ties, but they're energetic ties, which is cord cutting. But what I'm seeing is we're cutting an anchor off of a boat, that something's been holding us, even though the energy has been flowing and trying to help us drift away from that spot that we've been stuck in, that the shift will be cutting that anchor and getting moving. And I'm feeling east to west. I don't know why I'm feeling these directions, but maybe we'll get more information as we go along. So that's one group. And another group, what can you tell us, Spirit? We have Pleiadian activation, coming together, harmony in the heavens, and resolution. And for this group, I'm feeling like there is, it's not so much that you're stuck. It's more of this change, this shift is that your energy is opening up to some much higher vibrations. Like you'll be interacting with much higher vibrational beings. That you're kind of, I feel like what I'm hearing is you're reforming groups. As in you were previously in, a certain working energetic group, and that you're moving that they're all reforming to meet the needs of your light workers, your frequency holders, to meet the needs of this changing collective, that changing energy of the world, of even the universe, that it's changing right now. So that is this group right here. And then I know that I have another group here, and it is this card. And we have Star Being Healing Codes, Important Information, Wounds Are Healed, Recharging. These two are tied together in some ways, although I feel that it kind of diverges in that this group has had their anchor pulled up or cut, and they've been moving for a while, and this one has yet to cut the cords on that. So it's just you're at a different place on the path, on the spectrum here, of what's shifting, what's happening. There is one more. Let's go ahead and pull a fourth one. What else do you want to say, Spirit? What else are we dealing with here? What changes? We have Seraphim's Gateway. Voice activation, angelic attunement, divine support. And this one I feel is completely different than the rest of the group. And I feel for this group, even though there are big shifts occurring, I think that this group has been working on it quite a bit longer. This might be the bit of an older group or older soul group that's been working at things. It's like I feel this very angelic energy with this group. As if you might even be an angel, right? Earth angel, definitely. That's here, and this is just continuing to. You've worked through many lives. You worked through much karma, through many issues. You're getting much closer to this attunement, to the vibration, to this energetic vibration that you feel most comfortable at. So that's what I'm feeling here. Let's see if we can get anything else. Spirit, can you tell us a bit more about these different groups and these different shifts that are happening for those watching this reading? All right, we're going to start with this one. We have Trine, auspiciousness, positivity, and luck. Kind of don't want to cover it up. Let's see. Let's move them all a bit this way. Move the crystals out of the way a bit more. We'll keep those two together because they're pretty similar. So for this group, we have Trine. For Pleiadian activation, we have Cusp, Transition, Liminality, and Twilight. And look at that. That looks so similar to me. And the transition is that it's that group transition, right, that I just spoke about earlier. And I think it's just bringing how this is being shown to me is that as you've evolved on this earth, especially evolved in this lifetime energetically, but mostly throughout your lives here on this planet, everybody's been growing at different levels. You're here to do different things. Needs are changing, and so these groups that you're working with, energetic groups that you're working with, then need to also shift. And so some people have a certain talent with one thing, others have a certain talent with something else, and so these are the groups that are shifting. These are the groups that are transitioning and reforming into ones that can be more efficient and do the most do the most work in the shortest amount of time. Efficiency, that can be the most efficient. And so that's what I'm getting with that group. That feels so out of this world. Even though you're here on this world, the energy feels quite out of this world. Like multi-dimensional, like this group, you're working across, not just across the veil of time space, but across dimensions. That's what this feels like to me. All right, and so for the Star Being Healing Codes group, we have Pluto, regeneration, rebirth, and transformation, and that really, you know, ties in with this recharging, right? This group, you guys have been doing a lot of work. Absolutely, you guys have been doing so much work, especially in this lifetime. Like you've kind of tackled a lot of karmic issues in this lifetime. And as we're going through, if you watched yesterday's reading, the day 6 reading from the ancestors, that this big shift that we talked about, this collective shift, you've been working you've been working overtime, it feels like, on getting ready and getting to that point. In yesterday's reading, again, I'm going to refer back to it because I feel they are very much tied together. That Empress card, where, you know, the ancestors are saying, you know, you can do the work ahead of time in order to be prepared to receive, in order for the integration to happen more easily, and it's not so much of a tower moment. And this is the group, absolutely, that has been doing a lot of that work and preparing for what's happening. And before I get to Seraphim's Gateway here, a lot of this, I think you're really going to feel it as we go through the Lion's Gate. You're going to be very much noticing this shift within your energy, because it's going to be a big energy shift, especially for this first group. I do believe that you're gonna feel it a little bit more intensely than everyone else, just because the karma that you're shifting out of, releasing, working through, shifting out of, is a lot more dense and heavier. Hence, I think this sword card is actually pretty perfect for this group. But you got this trine card, auspiciousness, positivity, and luck. And that is with you, especially during the Lion's Gate, which is coming the end of this month and into August, throughout August. I think it's gonna be a very interesting month ahead. Maybe I should continue this little challenge, right? Reading challenge. We get out readings every day. Tune in and see what it's like, huh? All right. So for the Seraphim's Gateway group, I do. This is a very evolved group. I just feel so light when I kind of tap into this energy and tap into your energy. Very much like this card, what you feel when you look at this card is probably what I'm feeling, is the best way to describe it. I really can't describe it in words, which is funny because they're drawing me to this right here, voice activation. I think this is the group that you guys are going to have you guys are going to be the voice of spirit, of spiritual transformation. You're the readers, you're the astrologers, you're the spiritual gurus. Very much like on the divine, ascended master path. And I feel you're very close, many of you. You have Neptune, mysticism, spirituality, and escapism. And yes, I'm feeling the mysticism and the spirituality here. The escapism, I think, comes in because this is a group that you're so evolved spiritually that you probably have a hard time being here. You're probably having a really difficult couple months because of the changes that are occurring. You're probably really feeling, you know, we're talking about the mud, trying to get through the mud, right? Trying to get back into the flow, trying to detach that anchor, you know, that we talked about here. But you're probably feeling that way, not because you have a lot of karma to work through, but because of what you're feeling from everyone else. That you're at such this high vibration that you're feeling the tug, like the, you know, like it feels like nails on a board, on a chalkboard. You've probably felt that a lot in the last 7 months, 6 months. Yeah, 5 to 7 months, if not a little longer, depending on how sensitive you are. And I feel you're a pretty sensitive group. So that is what I'm feeling there. Let's see, what else can we get, Spirit? Can you share a little bit more information with us? Let's see. Let's get some tarot. Make sure. Yep. All right. So can we get a little bit more information? Maybe let us know what's a sign or something we can look for that, you know, it's gotten going and we don't have to wait too much longer. We have the Queen of Pentacles, and I'm going to put that in here, this sort of light group. Let me show you the card first. And if you can take a look at her face. I feel like there is some sorrow in her face, that she knows that the abundance came with some sacrifice. That's what I'm feeling in this card. That's what I'm feeling energetically. But it's brought her to a space that she wants to be in, that she feels comfortable being in, that she knows is right for her. And that's what I'm getting out of this card. And there is great positivity, but there's great abundance, but she knows that it came through some work. She knows that it came through some sacrifice. She knows that that she gave of herself in order to get where she's at right now. And I think that this is a shift in perception for you, and that'll be the clue, and that'll be the key to greater flow, a greater movement, and a greater shift. I guess that's the word that I keep hearing over and over again. And so for you, I feel that's going to come with a change in your perception, and that's going to really get things going. Like when you realize that something that you thought was happening to you is happening for you. Like that type of a shift where you recognize that there was pain to it, or there was sacrifice to it, there was loss, and there was grief to it, but it puts you in a space that is better suited towards you, that brings you more joy and abundance, and brings you more in tune, to a place where you're more in tune with who you are. And that's going to really get the ball going. If it hasn't already, this may have actually happened for you. This shift may have happened for you already, and you're already feeling it. And things are getting going, aren't they? And let's see, for our Pleiadian group, our group that's reforming into other energetic groups, what's something that they can look for, Spirit? I have the Hanged Man. And in combination with what look like these wheels of energy, these wheels of light, I feel that for you, this is kind of like pile 2 for this group. It's going to occur when you are moving. Like, you feel that movement already. I'm sure you already are feeling that movement. I think all of you are feeling something, which is why you've already made it, which is why you're here with this reading. It somehow caught your attention. It somehow attracted you here. And I feel like this is a 2-stage thing for this group. 2-stage, also perhaps something happening internally that's you're starting to see happen in your external world also, or vice versa, which for some of you that is happening, like you've met some new people or a new group of people, and you like connect with them immediately, and so that's the outside. And then you start thinking about, well, why is that happening? Like, why am I so attracted to these people or this person or this place, right? And this is how you're going to know that things are really getting going and things are really moving for you. That if you need confirmation or validation that you're on the right path, that is how you'll see it. That's what Spirit is bringing through. They're also bringing up the 12, and I don't know, 12, you know, if we break it down, 2 + 1 is 3. Although I do feel the 12 is important. I'm not sure. Maybe that has some significance for you. Both 12 and 3 for this group. I'm hearing the third wheel. Like, there is a third wheel that will occur. Like, as if we have the cusp. Is there something else here that I'm missing in this card? The flower stands out also to me. But... and I feel as if that's a birch tree that the man is tied to. I don't know, maybe I'll come back to this, but what I'm hearing is there's a third wheel. So that might have some meaning to you. Maybe you start off, you're joking about the fact that maybe you're the third wheel in a certain group, and that I think is a sign for you that whether you're leaving that group and moving to a different group, energetic group or friend group, or community even, that's you'll know the meaning of that. You'll know the significance of this third wheel reference. Okay, so for our star healing codes group, we have the 7 of Pentacles. I feel like the images on the pentacles are significant. I don't know if you can see them, but the artwork on the pentacles are significant. I feel like there's the sun, there's the scales, there's a doorway or a cave, there's a person. This is like the Fool card. Person walking on, moving ahead. I can't tell what that is. Oh, like the Chariot, because it's a person riding an animal. And there's something on the bottom. I can't really make out what that is. But I feel like the images on the pentacles are important. And you know, I'm looking at healing codes, and I feel that this group, our star healing codes, you're probably getting downloads. That's what I'm feeling, hearing, downloads that are actually changing your energetic blueprints. As I see it, it's like sacred geometry, and it's like, I see them as layers, you know. All right, I'm back. The camera died. I ran out of, I don't know how this happened. This is a very energetically intense reading, so I don't know if that was draining my battery or what the deal was, but the battery died, so I had to, you know, go and get a plug and plug in the, I'm filming it on my phone, so I had to plug my phone in and get a little bit of charge. And so let's get going again. So where was I? I was with the Seven of Pentacles, and I was talking about how these were making me think of sacred geometry, and the reason for that is I feel that will be one of the signs for you that things are really getting going. And I don't think this is just going to be like you're seeing things like perhaps in meditation you're starting to see like sacred geometry, symbols, that sort of thing. I don't think it's just you're going to be seeing that, but I also feel what Spirit is saying is that you'll see things in the external world. You'll see things in the 3D reality where you'll recognize a symbol or a diagram or something along those lines, and you'll feel something kind of like energetically click within you, move within you. It's kind of like you hear it's kind of like how you hear a bell, or you hear, a sound bowl or something, and you feel how that affects your energy. And I feel that is what Spirit is trying to get across here, that those are the things that you'll see, feel, see outside of you, see, and then feel within you, see in your meditation, feel within you. And that's that shift that's continuing for you, because I know you've done a lot of the work already, but that is going to kind of clue you into this big shift that's occurring for all of us. And then lastly, let's see, the Seraphim Gateway. Oh, before I move on to that group, I looked over to this stone here. Actually, I pulled this out ahead of time because I thought that, wow, look at this. Look at it's like something's carved in there. It's not. It's part of the stone. I believe this is nephrite jade. But this is the sort of thing I'm talking about. Like, you'll see something naturally etched in stone, or lines in the sand or the dirt or wood, or the grain of wood, or something along those lines. Or even like you'll see, maybe you're out and about and you see somebody wearing a necklace, and it's like a mandala, right? Things like that. And that is what's you'll feel sort of a shift within you, like that feeling you get with the sound bowl. And that's gonna clue you in to the changes that are occurring. So that's actually a really good example of that. And then for our angelics here, let's go ahead and get a card. I do feel that with this group, you're going to notice it because it says voice activation. I feel that you're going to notice it in your expression, a way that you're expressing, where, like for me, sometimes my throat gets rough or clogged up, or I start coughing, or I start sneezing, when Spirit is coming through, like when I start to channel. And you'll sometimes hear it at the start of my readings once I start doing a reading and I'm, you know, I'm clearing the channel, the messages are coming through, and you know, all of a sudden I have all this mucus in my throat that I need to like be coughing and coughing and coughing, and that is just kind of a manifestation of energy moving through like my throat chakra, coming into my physical body, dealing with the physical part of being a channel. And this is something that I feel that you're going to be noticing. But let's go ahead and get a card for you. And we have the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. Feeling and emotion. And I think that does tie into what I just said. You know, right? You've got the angels speaking, filling your cup. And what do you do with the cup? And you drink the cup, right? You drink what's in the cup. And it moves through you. I'm thinking of water, right? You drink water, how quickly it moves through your body, how quickly it can move through you. And that's kind of like what it's like to channel, right? Where here comes the message and it flows through you because you're so highly activated already. But it still has to deal with the heaviness of the human body, right? Of the human experience. And so those, I think, are the signs for you. And it really is, I feel, tied to your voice. Like this group, you are the ones that express the divine, express spirit, the messages through your work, through your voice, through your writing. And so the signs will manifest in that way, I believe. That's what I'm getting from Spirit. And so focus perhaps a bit more on ensuring you're grounded, centered, and a clear channel, and always entering into those sessions where you are channeling the divine, with the intent to be a clear channel. But the signs, again, I think that you'll feel it within the physical body. You'll feel it within you, and you'll see how it's affecting your physical body, and you'll know that here comes another change. Here comes another. You're ascending yet again to another level, to a higher level. And so I'm wondering if we should get any more cards out. Actually, I think that's a great message. I think that we've covered all of the groups here. Again, 3 very distinct groups, and then kind of like a branching off within this group of people who are different levels. And I'm wondering if there's anything else, Spirit. Do you have anything else that you want to bring through? I will. I feel like I should get a card for each pile from this deck. Spirit, what else do you have for us today? And they want me to do 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's see what we got. And this is just for you. I don't feel like I'm supposed to translate much. Before I turn these over, I don't feel I'm supposed to translate much. This is for you to see, hear, and see. Excuse me. This is for you to hear and see, and then think about what it says on the card. All right. So let's start with the first pile, and we have Astrophyllite and Ginkgo, Star Elders, Signs and Symbols, Divine Blueprints, Amenti. And then take a look at the imagery. And the only thing that I'm being asked to point out is this feels like an expansion as you go through the gate, as you go through the door, as you walk through the gateway. Okay, so that's for you. And for the second pile, we have rose quartz and olive tree, alchemy of love, peace offering, compassion, Venus energy. And what I have for you is soften, softness, soften, compassion. Those are the only words that I have for you. You can take a look, each of you take a look at the images. You can also pause and then just, you know, sit with it and see what comes through for you. We have labradorite and blue lotus flower, psychic gifts, wise sage, awareness, and call to action. And for this group, the crystal is important. The crystal is important, the labradorite. Why did that accent come out? I have no idea. Perhaps that is a bit of a clue for you. But the labradorite is the crystal is important for you. And I'm hearing blue lotus tea, but that's all I'm to share with you. So here we go, here's your card. And lastly, for the angelic group, we have Grandmother Moonstone, cycles of change, illuminating boundaries, new beginnings. And what I'm to share with you are the words, the purity of the moon. I'm not sure what that means. That's for you to sit and think about and how it relates to you. The purity of the moon, and then this kind of the flowers going up to it. How do you relate to the flowers and the moon, the purity of the moon? All right. And so there we have it. I hope you enjoyed today's reading. I thought it was fascinating, and I hope that it gave you a little bit of information and food for thought and something to think about and look forward to as we get into this next month and all of the shifting and the energy and the change and the growth that we're all going through. And so if you enjoyed it, please like, subscribe if you'd like to get and enable notifications if you'd like to know when the next video is coming out. This is day 7, so we've got a few more weeks, folks. 3 more weeks, just 1 week down. And I'm thoroughly enjoying this and spending this time with you. All right, my friends. Hope to see you in the next one. Have a beautiful day and talk to you soon. Alrighty, bye-bye.